everyone, Rob here, and greetings from Wisconsin. This week we're continuing our break from clashing and instead talking about leadership. Now my previous videos that touched on leadership issues sparked quite the response and even had some questions. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk broadly on leadership in general. A lot of people out there, especially young leaders, seem to think that leadership is about telling people what to do, and it's not. And if that's all you want in life, it's a lot easier to just be an opinionated jerk. You get all the benefits of telling people what to do, but you don't get the hassle of accountability and expectations. Heck, if you're really good at it, you just might get your own TV show. Instead, leadership is about casting a vision and making it a reality. One day, someone just thought, what this world needs is a website where people can create, upload, and share videos with everyone around the world. And ta-da! Websites like YouTube are born. Restaurants start because someone sits there and thinks, I'm gonna make food that people will pay for. Everything around you is a result of a vision. The car you drive, the phone you use, the gas station you fill up at. Every business, every organization, every product is a vision incarnate. Someone sees a need in the world and then they come up with a way, they cast a vision on how to fulfill that need. This is why it's important to learn how a vision is created, how it develops, how it grows, how it's born, how it dies. Because there's a good chance if you have a failure in your life, a significant failure, business failed, you dropped out of school, family broke apart, there's a good chance that that failure is a result of either a bad vision or poor execution of that vision. In fact, the funny thing about visions is they have their own distinct stages of development. In fact, the stages are so predictable, every vision goes through the same stages. If you were to take anyone's vision at any stage, you can actually figure out what stage they're in and what stage they need to work on and what's the next step. Where this really comes in handy is actually in companies that are growing. Because a lot of times what ends up happening is a company will start out small, maybe a couple of employees, a very narrow scope of what they want to do, but after a while they start doing what they're doing successfully and they start growing and adding on and getting bigger. And all of a sudden there's a lot of companies that go from either being small to medium or medium to large, and they find themselves going through growing pains. Morale has a tendency to be low. There doesn't seem to be policies that are set in place, or there are and people are confused about what they are. Training can suffer, some of these basic elements of a company really can suffer. And so what ends up happening is if you can take a look at the company or the organization and sit there and think, hey, where is it vision-wise? Through studying that, you can learn how to solve some problems. Being distracted by Clash of Clans, I'm sorry. Raid. Take videos for example. The process is fairly similar. You just sit down, you think, hey, what do I want the video to look like? Maybe type out a script, maybe come up with some screenshots. It's that same process of taking the vision, what you're thinking in your head, and making it a reality. The stages that a vision goes through is actually so predictable, I've actually figured out 6 distinct steps that a vision goes through. I call it the vision life cycle, where it goes from being born to being full maturity. There's a lot to that, and it can get really in depth, and so I think I'll save that for a future video. But essentially what ends up happening is if you get stuck, you can just go through that cycle, read through it, think about it, and to see where you're struggling. Alright, well, the farm calls, so I guess that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. Now go spend time with your family.